How do you file a design patent with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office? You do not have to be an attorney in order to file a design patent, so long as you're filing it for yourself. You cannot file for others. That would be practicing without a license. Hi, I'm Jason Rosenblum. I'm an intellectual property attorney, and we protect our clients' products, their brands, and their businesses from getting ripped off. And one of the ways we do that is by filing design patents to protect the aesthetic look of their product or an aspect of their product. And we'll discuss that a little bit later in the video. But for now, where you would want to start is you're going to have to set up a myuspto.gov account in order to log on and be able to file electronically, which is the best way to do it. There are some ways to do it through paper. You pay higher fees, but just do it electronically. You would click on, once you get your account set up, you'd log in, click File Patents with EFS Web. Sometimes can be pretty slow. And for some reason it's not taking, there's usually a screen before that where I certify that it's me, and then you click on Design Patent. I don't know why it's, let's cancel. I'd like to show you what that looks like. So here, this is where you'd normally be taken. Certify that it's you. You'd go to New Application, and then for Design, you'd click Design. And in most cases, you're probably just going to go for the non-provisional application under 35 USC, and then you click Continue. And if you had saved ones, you can keep them saved under there, or applications that were filed already, you can find them there. So this part's pretty self-explanatory. The title, attorney docket number, all these names. I have a customer number associated with me, so I would go there. I'm just going to put in, a test. Just to show you. And you'd probably want to, I like doing, in most cases, the web-based ADS. It requires you to put in some more information here. So, a few things to really know here is, I would use my customer number, but you'd have to put in your address there, attorney docket. I don't see why you'd ever really want early publication. Design patents do not publish until after they actually become a registered patent. So it's not like it'll get out earlier. If you have any benefits, which in designs, only if it was usually from a prior design, but I'm going to take this video as if this is just an original. No foreign entities. And you go through and click off here. But there is also a way to file this where you just do it as a PDF and attach it, and that was if you just did the application data there. There are some benefits to doing the web-based, but just going back to here, you click Continue. And the USPTO is being very slow today, so I'll take you through all that, and then what you have to do is upload the files. Now, the important part is what's going to be in those files. So a design patent, the main part of a design patent is the drawings, which actually show what the product looks like. So the most important thing to know is that dashed lines, if you see these down here, that's not part of the claim. That's just to show and illustrate. So this could actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 more weights attached to it, to this kettlebell, and someone could potentially be infringing on it, so long as it has a top part that looks like this, and with that one weight. Similarly, you'll see, this is for a scale, so it's what the scale looks like. This one's interesting because here's a golf club head, and the same applicant they use the strategy to get a narrower design patent, but then they also went ahead and got a broader one for the whole club. Well, this would be actually the narrower one, because if you make any change to that, it doesn't protect it. But here, they're really just claiming that interior piece like that. So it doesn't matter what the rest of the club looks like. And then here's another one to show you how dashed lines are used, where they're really just claiming this part here, because that's the only thing in solid lines, and the rest of that is just to kind of show how this is used. And then you can see here's more figures of what the claimed design looks like. So you'll also see in a patent application, the description really just says what the figures are. Unlike a utility patent, you don't list out how this works, what pieces connect into each other, because that doesn't matter. All that matters is what it looks like. And then you'll see there's one claim where it just says we claim or I claim the design for, and whatever it is as shown and described. So that's really the key part that then you will ultimately be uploading. There's the claims that you'll be uploading. You'll be uploading the drawings. You'll have to do an oath. In the oath, there's a USPTO.gov /patents/apply/forms, and you can see some of the different forms. So that's where you would get the application data sheet, the ADS that I mentioned earlier on. You can get a PDF version to fill out there. You can get the oath, which is over here, Inventor's Oath Declaration. So you can grab one of these. The first one probably you do it for most cases. These are some of the non-English language versions, but you have to fill that out because essentially you're saying that this is your invention, you created it, and all the inventors have to sign that. And then you would upload these. You have to click off which part. You could potentially file, if you wanted to do one PDF that had everything in it, you just click yes, it contains multiple documents, and then you'd list out, application data sheet. Why am I not seeing the oath? There it is. The oath, and you can, you have to put in the page start. So 1, 2, 2. Although most likely they're all going to be longer than that. No, you have to actually attach it to be able to do it. But you'd go through that. You can do them in separate. You'd put in, your drawings, black and white. You'd put in the claims and all that. And then you'd walk through, you'd upload and validate, and then go through and pay the fees. This is just the first video in it. The main thing for this video to know is it's all about the drawings. They're extremely important in a design patent. That's what everything is based on, as well as the actual preamble. So what you're claiming the design is for, the ornamental design for a weighted portion of a golf club. This one is the ornamental design for a body fat measuring device. This one is the ornamental design for a multi-weight kettlebell. So it's limited to kettlebells. If someone uses that design for something completely different, it most likely will not cover it. So those are the main things to know about while you're doing it. And it always helps to hire an actual patent draftsman to prepare the drawings for a design patent. There's a lot of strategy that goes into, whether you should dot a line or whether you should make it solid, as well as you can, as I noted with the golf club application, you could file a narrower application, and once that gets allowed, then file a continuation before you pay the allowance fee, and essentially keep extending that on, because if you don't file it before then, you might lose the right to file it. So any questions about strategy, about protecting your intellectual property, you can always reach out to us. We're at 888-666-0062 or jhrlegal.com. And if you like these videos, please click subscribe below. Thanks and have a great day.